Alright, here is question 3. Calculate f of minus 3 and g of minus 3 and compare. Now this is a very important comparison. You'll see when I discuss it in the end. Well, firstly, f of 3, well, f of x is equal to x squared minus x minus 6. So that will become negative 3 squared, negative into negative 3, negative 6. That will give you 9 plus 3 minus 6, which gives you a final answer of 6. So sorry, this is f of minus 3. So f of minus 3 is 6. So if you go on the diagram, there's f of minus 3 is equal to 6. It is 6. Now, we're going to find g of minus 3. Well, firstly we're going to find g of x. G of x is equal to x minus 3. Well, we found this earlier. We found this. And we did find this. So g of x will be minus 3, which will give you minus 6. Now if you compare them, well, you could make many statements. Somebody might say that they are additive inverses of each other. Fine, if you want to say that, you can say that they are additive inverses of each other. Somebody may say they are not equal. Fine. F of minus 3 is not equal to g of minus 3. But here is the most important one. You can clearly see that f of minus 3 is greater than g of minus 3. F of minus 3 is greater than g of minus 3. So f of minus 3 is greater than g of minus 3. So what we could say, right, so there's minus 3, there's g. So g of minus 3 finally gives you minus 9. So what this helps, it helps you to understand that, look, this function, this graph is greater in y value than this one. So that is why we say that if a graph is above another graph, then the graph on the top is greater than the graph in the bottom. You can see from the calculations. That's why we're doing these calculations, so that you can understand that. This example is showing us that the graph on the top is greater than the graph in the bottom. In other words, in this region, up to from here to here, f of x is greater than g of x. Here, right here where they cross, at this point, at that point, f of x is equal to g of x. Where they intersect, they are equal. So that one is above this one, therefore that one is greater than this one. So we could say that on this side here, f of x is greater than g of x. Now if you look here, in this region here, inside the parabola, here, you'll see that g of x is greater than f of x. From this knowledge now you can make a decision. You can say that in the shaded region, from here to here, for those x values, g of x is greater than f of x. And then when you come back here, f of x is greater than g of x. But here, from here to here, g of x is greater than f of x. So we will be doing that kind of things a little later. So by doing this calculation, we have convinced ourselves that if the graph is above, it's greater than this. This graph is below, therefore it is less than the straight line. Alright, so that is the purpose of doing this calculation. Alright, we're going to move on to the next question.